Hello gentlemen, welcome back to the Schalke career mode. In the last episode, we finished off season 1, which means we won the league and we are now in the top flight in the Bundesliga. And as you can see, in 7 days time, we have got our first game against VfL Bochum 1846 here. Also coming from last video, we was way before in the dates, but we have simulated up, so we have not gone through some of the boring bits. And I can see and tell you now, we have done a lot of business because as you can see, we have got a whopping 44 million to play with now and sign quite a few players. Going on to the transfer history though, I took in a lot of comments, hence why I've skimmed through the dates. And as you can see, we have sold so many players and paid them out on loan. We're not going to go through every single one of them, but we're going to just pick out the odd one or two important players. Antoine has gone to Miami here with David Beckham for 1.4 million. A player wasn't actually, I was quite surprised to see him leave. I was quite surprised to see a lot of people wanted to see him go, but we have to make it happen, and he has gone. Angulio, I expected this guy to go 7.1 million, had an incredible season, and with that value and the 7.1 million, I could not turn it down. But of course, even I was probably contemplating selling him, so he has actually gone. I don't know if that's his former team there, going back to the Turkish league, but it'd be quite funny if it is. But he is gone. Bodakok, 3 million, just wasn't a fan of him. Easy money right there. A bit of a surprising one though, Domenico Ayler actually going out on loan. A lot of these loans here are short loans, so what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, when we get to January, I'm going to bring them all back and assess it through there. But he's going out on loan, a fantastic player indeed. And as you can see, I think he's growing up naturally already, which is very nice. Hopefully he can worm his way back into the main team. And also, Leonardo Henriquez here has gone to AZ on loan. A player who was actually supposed to be the backup for Silvio here, or any right winger who potentially could get signed in this video, but I thought to sign actually a loan him out. I felt like it was probably the best move to probably go for, so we could probably get maybe 2 right wingers to join, and then maybe get a veteran in there, so then when his time comes up, Henriquez can worm his way back into the substitutions, or maybe the main team, depending on how well he does with his growth spell on loan. With players so though, we're now going on to the most important bit that people are more anticipated to see, and that's the transfer HUD, and here we go. Some names you can probably see right now and you're thinking, why have you got them in your shortlist? But I'm going to go through every single one individually. Starting off with the main man who's got to be the #1 target. A lot of people want to see this guy come in. Dial coming from Como. Looks like a player. And then play styles as well. I mean, the finesse shot rate, the flair, the rapid trait. It's looking pretty good. They want a lot of money from him, because soon we got 44 million. I think we can definitely get that one over the line. Bit of a surprise one here, Johan Shudakiri, obviously with Schninko, not massively overall in potential. I feel like we need a rotation. Yes, ignore the 53 pace, but is anyone's watched football in this life? This guy has got a hell of a foot, and we need a set piece taker, so I feel like this is kind of going to be, if anyone remembers my Spurs career mode, a Luka Modric vibe here, and for pretty much only 2 million I feel like we can get for him, maybe even more if we swap Schninko, who hasn't got any potential about him anymore. Could be a decent deal for just a season or two. I think that'd be absolutely fine to let Vega or any individuals or Kun grow up in the meanwhile. Jaden Osterwalder here. Obviously, a lot of people want to bring him in. He has actually gone to Celta Vigo, but the only thing that's going to scare me away from him, they want a lot of money. 25 to 30 million, I would say. 24 to 30 million, sorry, is a lot of our budget getting collapsed already. But there is some other players we have found here. Obviously, one in Ella Belakotep. I've used this guy way back in the heyday. And considering they only want a little bit for him, I think it'd be a no-brainer to go for this guy. But a player I found on the radar vote is CJ Egan Riley here, who's got a lot more better potential and is younger and is only asking for about 10 million. So we could sway between these two, to be quite honest with you. Feel like it could be something we could potentially look at. On to Gerardo Reed here from Inter Milan. I think he was at the Udinese League, but I'm thinking of swapping out for Aiden. Just got a lot better potential, to be quite honest with you, and I feel like he can do a bit of a row here. And now this is a guy I have found here in Dario Esigo here. I'll probably butcher that name. He looks incredible for a DM, I feel like. I mean, he's got really good physical stats, mentally well. And if you look at the stand and slide tackling, 81 to 82, I feel like he could be an absolute gem to get into this team for around 17 million. I feel like I wouldn't mind buying that. And here's obviously the other right wing in Aiden January. Kind of like the vibe we got with Shaqiri, getting in a veteran player. Bring something different here from this individual as he's a bit more technical. With this guy, I feel like, well, actually, to be fair, this guy's a bit more pace, so he's more the danger man going forward, but more really, Januzaj is the more technical player with all them playstyle. But these two, I feel like, in Shaqiri and Januzaj, is probably the two players we're going to leave to less We haven't got enough less money to go for. If we have, though, we'll bring him in. But it's got to start with this individual here, ladies and gentlemen. We got to bring this in. Also, this video is going to be a lot of signings, so I do apologize if it's not much gameplay. But in the near future, there will be. But we'll try to get the odd 1 or 2 game in. I won't show you every single transfer because I don't want to bore you too much. Because let's be honest, we all know this is the same cutscenes here. So I'm going to just show in 15 million. I'm going to see what they say. Because as you can see, our budget, 28 million already gone. So we got to be careful who we're signing here. We've got to make the right signings for the players we need the most. And 15... Oh, no! And I thought that was accepted. Says Fabregas has said we have wasted his time. Wow. Did not expect that. So then, I did not expect that at all. I thought I'd just go 1 million over his market value, but they want a lot of money. It seems like I think that's a bit harsh, to be honest, because considering his market value is 14 million, but it is what it is. If that's, though, we have to probably go for a centre-back next. And to be honest, lads, I am really pushing towards Egan Riley. I feel like he could be a lot better, and he's a new player to go with the team. I'm not going to mess this one up. I'm going to offer 10.5 because I don't really want to, like I said, get rejected again. But the Burnley centre-back could be joining Schalke here. So I'm going to go... because there's market... Oh, yeah, I'm going to go... I'm going to go 10.5. Oh, that's got to be enough. Surely, Burnley. You've got to accept something here. All right, okay, so a little bit more. We're just going to push it down to 10.6, I think. Surely they'll accept that there. The tension's quite low. Nobody want to meet in the middle. All right, we'll do that. So looks like we're going to get our first sign here, ladies and gentlemen, in CJ Egan Riley. Like I said, I probably will go for better cop, to be honest, as well. Also, we don't really want to push out Sanchez or Bullet at the centre-back row. But we can't look away. They want to release scores. No, I don't want to give you a release scores of that. Now, this is a bit that I'm a bit eerie. I'm going to give him 28. Yeah, because he is... see what he says. And I was going to say, because sometimes it can be a bit weird. But it is what it is, I suppose. He's getting a big wage. He's going to a top-flight team in Schalke. Well, in the division, sorry, not Burnley. But we'll take our first signing in the centre-back row. And so, on to our last signing, and it'll be Shaqiri. As you can see, our budget has took a bit of a beating. But do not worry, I have signed some players. Like I said, I wasn't going to show everyone. I was going to leave it on the last one of Shaqiri. Now, this is interesting. I think we're probably going to do this, but I want to reduce the odds. I'm going to do 9.5. Is that acceptable? Because if we can maybe get him, we might be able to squeeze one more sign in, which will improve the team. And there we go. Basil has accepted it. And as you can see, I did go for this man here, but our budget being low, we couldn't do it. Now, you can probably hint, to be fair, on who we have successfully signed. We had to advance 1 week for one individual, which, let's be honest, you probably know who it is, but we'll more in a minute. I'm going to do rotational. Will he accept a rotational? I do important. I think, yeah, he would be an important player. Let's bring him in. 2 years, Shaqiri wants to. I mean, I'm actually excited to play with Shaqiri. I mean, to be honest, if he wants a release clause of 6.2 million, happily accept that. And I think I'm going to give him a 10k a week. Oh, he wants a bit more. Greedy bugger. You greedy bugger. And a signing fee. I mean, he has done bits in the World Cups and stuff in his career. But our last signing goes to Shaqiri. And we'll watch him walk out. Because if you don't know ball, this guy was absolutely baller back in his heyday, in his prime. He's got a weird build about him. No offense to Shaqiri, but he's such an incredible player. He scored some fantastic goals in his career, and I'm looking forward to doing the same with him in the Schalke rebuild. I think we've done well. I think once I reveal who we've got in, I think you'd be happy. Number 14, Shaqiri, back at top flight football, but this time with myself at Schalke. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to reveal who we did bring into the club, and you can see now, if I just scroll all the way down, you should be able to see a kite of for you. Starting also with Egan Riley, we've seen him. We got Reed in here. We've tried to do the Aiden swap, but to be honest, I'm kind of glad they rejected it because we needed that rotational right back with Aiden. So I think we've done good business there. We got him for free. His market value is 3.6. Showed great potential. Has got a bit of potential about him. Happy to take that. But we have got this man. That is why I simulated one day, which we did win the game, and I'll quickly show you now. We did actually do the pre-season as well, which I'll show you in a minute. But this was our main man. This is where the budget went really massive here. And why did it just disappear then? I must have actually pressed the wrong button as per usual. If we just go, or is it, where is it gone? Here we go, it's a bit better now. But yeah, 17.5 million we had to pay for him. They didn't want to get him go. I can understand one excellent prospect right winger, gonna absolutely dominate it with Vega. Shaqiri comes in, Januzaj comes in as a rotation now for this guy, as Enriquez has gone out on loan. And I think we're pretty much there, ladies and gentlemen. So 5 brand new signings with a budget of 4 million to play with for contracts, etc. Unfortunately, I mean, do we actually, I was going to say unfortunately, but we've still got a long way to go with the window, which is going to be intriguing to see. If we go on to the actual leaderboard now and go to the standings, we actually did win our first opening game. We are top of the league. We are top of the league. We won 3-2, I do believe. We can just see it against Bochum right there on the left-hand side of your screens. If we go to the International Cup as well, we did it right on that. We actually lost in the last game to Nottingham Forest, and with all cause, Chris Wood doing an absolute stormer. So we kind of actually got a bit more extra money there. And that extra money could have got us better cost of him. He still could come into the club, ladies and gentlemen. It's not over yet. It could still happen. We did as well while Sibylle passed that week, get a couple of good players from this right here. So unfortunately, we couldn't get that individual in the DM, but we have found here in Gilles Lardrud here and Noah Toussaint here. So 2 players who look incredible. Anton Pol as well in the camera, 88 to 94 potential. But we're going to bring these 2 players in now to take off some objectives, probably from the board. This guy's got balance, so we're probably going to have a look at him now. But to be fair, the time he probably graduates into the main team, we might be actually done with the rebuild, but we'll just keep him there. Why not? Let's have a look at them 2 academy players. Unfortunately, like I said, I did want to upgrade that build, but we have got Ayla coming back, I suppose, and some other youth academy players. We're probably going to leave it now for the academy unless we find someone really special. But these 2 players, nothing magical. I'm just going to put him out on loan, to be quite honest with you. Actually, I'll probably keep Longrum because we might need someone rotation there, to be honest. But this is the team, ladies and gentlemen. I knew people said Vega to play in left wing, but Kun looks like a bit more of a technical player. And I feel like, as you can see with the play styles, he's got the technical. Same with Vega, but I feel like going forward, this guy needs to be in the central doing the damage. He's good on the wing, but I feel like Kun, his potential has gone up a little bit better now. I feel like I have to change him there. If it doesn't work, we'll also switch it back. Dionane Costellas is a really good attack, but now Segan in the DM. Segan, obviously, getting some game times now. I have to because he's a 73 overall. Egan Riley and Bullet at the back. We also got Sanchez now, Januzaj and Shaqiri. However, though, enough of me talking. Let's get into the first game against Borussia Dortmund. So here we have them back at top flight. Schalke going against a lead where we could potentially lose this. We're leading in the Bundesliga so far. That's what I was going with there, but went from Merkin. But we're going against someone who could be the leaders at the end of the season and going to win it. A dangerous team, but this is what we're here for. Big challenges. New signings. All playing. Team sheet has not changed. Guirassy there. Incredible striker for Dortmund. Got a lot of questions when coming to the club. Getting rid of Ola Haaland, but he stepped up to the plate. They can't clear the line there. Jadon Sancho. Back at Dortmund. Honestly, Chelsea wasn't happy with him. Adeyemi, so much speed. Could be a long season this. Just got to hold out. New formation as well. We're a bit more wider. And well done. We get it back there from Egan Riley. New signing stepping up there. Into another new signing in Reed. Reed going down now. Into another new signing. After the Segan, need a heavy touch there. What I'll do is, ladies and gentlemen, as well, I need to change the kit numbers. Change some of the players around. Look a bit more better. Here comes Kun here. Plays into Costellas there. Give it back to Kun. He's done well to cut inside. A lot of pressure on this kid this season, being the overall he is. Oh, it's unlucky. But I must say, also similar to this game, I did have a nose at the squad hub of the stats for the International Cup. And I must say, he got 3 assists. So he's still in the mix of just being such a dominant player, even against top flight teams like Nottingham Forest, who're doing incredible in the Premier League this season. So he deserves to be in this team regardless of his overall. A good bit of play that. Sabitzer. Namaka there. What a strike from Dortmund. One of their danger men in Namaka this season. Number 8, the yellow wall has erupted. And this is the type of competition we have to go for this season. We can't expect to win or maybe even go for European competition this season. There's so much threat in the top flight in the German division. So then, could be a very long season. We got to expect games like this, so where we got to kind of hold possession and go with the flow. And that's not a good header down there from the new signing at all. That is quite a poor one. Sancho into Namaka. Good ball into the Guirassy. Guirassy got a chance, and then Polo probably could have done a bit better there, considering it was on his near post. It was right at him. Expect to do a little bit better there. Sancho twisted and turning once again, gives it into Anton now, and also took a deflection. That is unfortunate. Well, that one we definitely didn't deserve. And like I said, it could be a very long season against teams like Dortmund, who are way more superior than us at the moment in this career. But we get to see again here. I think it took a deflection. Yeah, it did. I think we could have probably had it. It was just going to the keeper's palms, I feel like, but deflecting to the bottom left corner. And Schalke 2-0 down. So then Namaka and Anton on the score sheets. We haven't really had a chance at goal yet. There you go. It's a lot better there. We could get into Costellers there quickly. Could be onside, and he is anything. A little bit fortune. And the biggest threat in this team with Vega linking up. I thought he was offside, but he just gets the shot off in time. And that is a goal to definitely wake us back up in the blue colours. We're back in it, kind of. So we've got to go back against Dortmund. We can tick that one off on the objectives. We've scored against Borussia Dortmund. The newly promoted winning side in the Bundesliga 2 have done it. Here they come again at Guirassy. We can't just diving in here. We're just trying to get in front of the ball, and then Polo with an okay save. You expect the keeper of any overall to save that. But 2-1 down going into the second half. Realistically, if you think, yes, we are getting battered, but we got a bit unfortunate on the second goal. A deflection. And I would happily take a draw out of this game. But 2-1 to Dortmund so far. Let's see what happens in the second half. Right, gentlemen, 2 changes, and there's the 2 new signings coming up, and 1 new signing comes on, and here he is now in Januzaj. He comes onto the pitch, and also Aiden comes on for Reed. I feel like this right-hand side against James Sancho was getting battered, so we need to mix up a little bit. And so lucky from Januzaj. I mean, back in the day, he has so much potential. What went wrong for Januzaj? I mean, Man United, he had so much potential as well. Costa, that's fantastic. Twist and turn there against towards Januzaj. And Januzaj cuts inside there, and it's going in, and it's 2-2. Okay, the underdogs have turned up. Januzaj, massive impact straight away once he's coming to the pitch. I said he offers something different, not just pace, this guy, but technical ability. I know I got it mixed up when I was talking about them 2 individuals on the right-hand side, but the game's the game. You know what I was trying to say. But Januzaj setting up Vega, and Dortmund kept sleeped there. Sleeping in the second half. Nice little ball road, just posing out. Near post finish. And it's 2-2 against Dortmund at their home ground. So Dortmund 2, Schalke 2. The comeback of James from 2-0 down to 2-2. What an well, technically an opening game in the Bundesliga. Obviously we played Bochum, but we didn't see that game because I was simulating through the transfers. But here comes Adeyemi again here. Trying to bounce past him. I did get a pass off, and it was for the power ball, but just really didn't do it. A good ball there, Aiden. You got to get back towards Sancho. And oh, it's a bit dirty. I didn't actually mean to do that. And it will be a yellow card. Aiden, number 23. Ball goes short to bits of there. Anton, the goal scorer, gets it into Schlotterbeck, into Namaka, but we get lucky there. And now it's into the danger man in Kun. Kun trying to bounce past. He gets past one, but just trying to push it back out wide. Just a bit unlucky there. It's a bit it's quite funny. I was looking for the next Julian Draxler and Kun, and I'll put my wing. I mean, you can't really write that there, can you? It's Egan Roddy really stepped up there. Well done. Into Kun. Does well. Nice little pass inside. Works it into Seagun. Into Vega. There's a ball over the top there to Januzaj. Could get it down. He does get Januzaj. Going for the shot now. He's going for the far left. I probably should have took a touch there, to be quite honest. But it's good work though. Januzaj's really impressive at the moment. Januzaj again here. Working out wide to Kun. Cuts inside. This is how dangerous he can be, but just, to be honest, we got past the fullback, but I didn't expect Schalke to step up and just crunch him for the challenge. Wood's going to release Vega there. I might try and bring him down, and I still cannot get him here. Still keeps going. Into Bullet, can't get across. Good save from Impola against Brantner. Aiden. Into Januzaj. Great touchdown from Januzaj, but doesn't get enough for it. Tries to clip him, stop the play. Did really well to touch it down, but just couldn't get back in front of the ball. Garassi there, good turn, good save from Impolo, well done in the 84th minute. Gruger come on for Bernal. Fresh legs there. Adiemi comes on for Bayer there. Kin player for Dortmund in real life. Get a bit of potential on that kid. One to watch. 100%. Can we hold out for a draw here? It's going into the box. Bullet gets up high. But Kun needs support. But no one actually came close. I don't blame him for that one. Shot there. Well done. Still going to go for a Dortmund possession now. Alex Vader there. Sancho. Aiden clear lines. That's a bad clearance. We went up the pitch and it's gone there. You silly boy. Egan Gordy though. Can we just get the ball? We keep winning it, but at the same time we don't. That's a lot better. Well done. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up the game. I'm going to try and get it with a polo. And I think, to be honest, a 2-2 result against a team who could easily, comfortably win the Bundesliga with Bayern or Leipzig. We will take it. And Bayer Leverkusen, sorry. We will take it. They're getting booed, and I don't blame them. The Bundesliga 2 champions have brought a point back to make it 2-2 in the end. A cracking second half from us, just to hold out there. And a player I'm actually really happy with is Sijan Eden Marley at the back. He was fantastic. 2 goals conceded, but he made a lot of challenges. And Januzaj, fantastic from the 2 new signers there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am actually going to wrap up this video here. I was going to play more games, but I didn't realize how close I was to the deadline day. And I'm just going to leave it because I want to see what you guys are saying with potentially the budget we have got left. If there's anyone sneaky we can get in for 3 million, a swap deal perhaps, who knows. But we have made a couple of signings. Like I said, 2 outstanding players for me that I felt like felt really nice in game was Januzaj and Egan Riley. They were fantastic joined to the game. But like I said, it's early stage. Diamani, he is going to be fantastic for us. I just know he is. But he's got the pace. He has got the pace, where I feel like Januzaj has definitely got the passing and dribbling a bit better than in here. Still looking forward to using Shaqiri, to be fair, seeing how well Reed does, and Kun out on the left wing. Regardless of that, though, I will definitely take that. Undefeated so far in the top flight with the 2 games we've gone through in the new division. We will take it. Happy days right there. If you did like this video, though, ladies and gentlemen, please unsubscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.